जय हिंद दोस्तों। स्टेनोमेड इजी पर आपका स्वागत है। उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोग अच्छे होंगे। जैसा कि आप लोगों को पता ही होगा कि बिहार सिविल कोर्ट स्टेनोग्राफर का फॉर्म आ चुका है। आप लोग जल्द से जल्द इस फॉर्म को अप्लाई कर दें और इसकी तैयारी शुरू कर दें। इस चैनल पर अब आपको इससे रिलेटेड हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों डिक्टेशन की प्रैक्टिस कराई जाएगी। तो चलिए आज स्टार्ट करते हैं इंग्लिश का एक डिक्टेशन 80 वर्ड प्रति मिनट की स्पीड से। रेडी, स्टार्ट। It is manifest that simply because an offence is not compoundable under section 320 Indian Penal Code is by itself no reason for the High Court to refuse exercise of its power under section 482 Criminal Procedure Code. That power can, in our opinion, be exercised in cases where there is no chance of recording a conviction against the accused, and the entire exercise of a trial is destined to be an exercise in futility. There is a subtle distinction between compounding of offences by the parties before the trial court or in appeal on one hand, and exercise of power by the High Court to quash the prosecution under section 482 Criminal Procedure Code on the other. While a court trying an accused or hearing an appeal against conviction may not be competent to permit compounding of an offense based on a settlement arrived at between the parties in cases where the offenses are not compoundable under section 320. The High Court may quash the prosecution even in cases where the offences with which the accused stand charged are non-compoundable. The inherent powers of the High Court under section 482 Criminal Procedure Code are not for that purpose controlled by section 320 Criminal Procedure Code. Having said so, we must hasten to add that the plenitude of the power under section 482 Criminal Procedure Code by itself makes it obligatory for the High Court to exercise the same with utmost care and caution. The width and the nature of the power itself demands that its exercise is sparing, and only in cases where the High Court is, for reasons to be recorded, of the clear view that continuance of the prosecution would be nothing but an abuse of the process of law. It is neither necessary nor proper for us to enumerate the situations in which the exercise of power under section 482 may be justified. All that we need to say is that the exercise of power must be for securing the ends of justice, and only in cases where refusal to exercise that power may result in the abuse of the process of law may be justified in declining interference. If It is called upon to appreciate evidence, for it cannot assume the role of an appellate court while dealing with a petition under section 482 of the Criminal Procedure Code. Stop.